Everyone seems to be hiding a secret. Perhaps I can start with that mysterious novelist and gather some useful information.
Hello and welcome. Once again I will be playing the AUM storyline. I think there might be more tension because of the previous interactions.
Mr. Orpheus isn't here.
He's possibly behind the fireplace.
It's cold. It should have been extinguished a long time ago. It's fixed to the fireplace. Huh. It's moving.
That wall looks so empty.
Nothing happened. Did Mr. Orpheus never come here and go out the back door instead? Then...
Let's go to the room. Because that's obviously
it's getting
where
late.
He is.
Maybe I should return to my room and
what?
get ready for the afternoon.
That's what it meant. Why was it worded like that?
Was that Mr. Kreberg? Where is he going?
Maybe the race course. Ha! The pacing felt a bit odd.
I lost him. I must find a place with a better view.
Maybe there was a scene that was scrapped, because it felt like the scene started in the middle of the soundtrack that was playing.
There's a lookout. I should be able to see the entire race course from up there.
I've read that Alice's voice actor might have changed. It does sound a bit different.
I need something to climb up there. Maybe I can find something useful in the stable over there. Found it.
Oh, the rope.
This should help me get up there.
We're going birdwatching.
Great. It seems to still be working. The deserted stands are in disarray, and many things have been damaged.
Probably from the accident or previous games.
Three mounds, two of which have cornflowers in bloom on them.
There he is. I'm looking at him.
Found him. I need to get a closer look. He seems to be looking for something. I need to get an even closer look.
I think it might be better to walk. He looks so weird standing like that.
Huh? Who's there?
Ah, crap. Maybe it's better to reveal ourselves.
It's...
Well, it's too late for that.
Mr. Orpheus. It would seem none of us are following the rules.
The spirit of exploration isn't a terrible quality. However, exploring aimlessly is usually futile. Isn't that so, Mr. Kreberg from Austria?
Unfortunately, he's not actually
What do you
French.
know?
I investigated all the assets of this manor before coming here, including this racecourse that is named after your family, and the legend of the cornflowers.
There's a legend.
Oh, and Blue Hope.
Isn't that a cursed diamond or pendant?
Please, do tell.
In its prime, the Kreberg racecourse was a renowned racecourse where even its popular horses were quite famous. The most famous among them was
The
the
voices
racehorse
seem
that
a
came
bit
to be known
quiet.
as the White Steed of Death. During every race,
Could
its
that be
rider would fight
Cheerleader's
the
brother?
lucky lady and pin a flower on it as a victory blessing. And the lucky lady was usually Mary. As for the flower she chose, it was the cornflower. The cornflower, which symbolizes a happy encounter, soon became ironclad evidence used by the people to slander her and the writer of an impure relationship. But they seem to have forgotten that the horse went berserk and caused a trampling incident later on. The White Steed of Death was once known as Cyanus. It was a symbol of love that Manus had gifted to Mary. And they forgot that the cornflower had always been the crest of Mary's family, just like the one on your tie.
If what you said is true, is it wrong that I've come here to pay my respects to a late relative of mine?
Oh. So Manus buried Mary here. Someone offered a high price for the location of Mary's grave back then, to pay homage to a beautiful lady who died unjustly. Yet their search came up empty. Later on, some rumors
Could
surfaced about
Gravekeeper
Manus
have been
going mad
involved?
and taking her remains with him.
They don't seek to pay homage to her. All they want is that gem.
Aren't you the same?
I'm not interested in that cursed thing.
What a pity. You may have heard that besides being a novelist, I'm also a detective. And finding things just happens to be
Wait,
what detectives
So
are
he
good
was
at.
also a detective before his
I
memory
even planned to
loss.
help out a little, in exchange for some things.
In exchange for what?
What was happening with the text?
Deal.
So, where should we start?
After Mary passed away, my family sent multiple letters to Manus asking for the dowry to be returned. Especially Blue Hope. But Manus never wrote back. Until the day he went missing and someone brought a letter from him to Mary's father.
She rests eternally at her beloved place and with her beloved.
Mary loved 3 things from childhood: praise, jewelry, and horses.
Could she have been
This is the
buried
only
near
place
the
I can
whole
think of where
spirit?
all 3 meet.
After the incident, Manus killed Cyanus to appease the people's anger. So, you think he buried Mary with Cyanus? Along with Mary's favorite gem?
I don't know. That's as far as I can get.
We can start by searching for Cyanus' burial spot. The substance secreted by rotting remains sometimes changes the pH value of the ground, and it takes a long time to restore balance. Perhaps we can try to search for anything unusual at places where a horse may be buried. Like the stables, for example.
Well, it's obviously at the mounds.
Mr. Orpheus seemed to be giving me a hint.
Is
Cornflower
Orpheus on our side?
remains. Beloved place.
I guess it makes more sense. What? I should have read the instruction.
It's not at the stables. I think I know where Mary and Cyanus are buried. The hill among the three that is only covered in withered grass. Maybe I can locate the necklace before they do.
Oh, the whole spirit isn't here. How? Why is it realistic now?
No coffin. And these are not human.
Poor Sciences.
What's this?
I have to say, you're really sharp, Mr. Kreberg. You have the makings of a detective.
Oh no, someone's coming.
Well, it seems as if we need to hide.
You have an analytical mind, Mr. Orpheus. But being too brilliant may not always be a good thing.
Looks like someone beat us to it.
Oh? Isn't it you and your companion who beat me to it?
He's pulling his Glock out.
Mr. Orpheus?
OMG. He's showing his true American colors.
Show yourself. If I'm not wrong, it's you, Miss Journalist. Bring that box over and put it down on the ground here. Get over there. Turn around and don't look back until you hear a gunshot. Otherwise, it will be the last thing you hear.
It's in our best interest to listen to him. There are calluses on his palm, so he should be good with a gun.
Did I do a wrong choice?
Mr. Orpheus, don't you think it's strange? Mary's coffin isn't here. So where did Manus take her?
That depends on what Mary loves more than horses, jewelry, and praise.
What
Wait,
was that?
what?
Maybe we should leave this place first.
Why did the siren go off? Damn, this is long. Is the game starting already?
The gate seems to be controlled by this keypad.
Now it all makes sense. I saw quite a few cipher machines around the racecourse. It must be something the master of the manor prepared for the game in the afternoon.
Have you found a way to decode them?
I think I have an idea, and it may be worth a try. We should start with the largest machine at the center of the racecourse.
So who's the hunter? Or will this round also have them drugged, with them killing each other out of fear? Maybe Kreberg dies here, since there was a dead and known survivor in Orpheus' storyline.
This seems to be the same cipher machine mentioned in those diaries.
What do you mean? Was there central cipher machine
It looks like a
canonically
cipher
in the
machine that
other
must be
maps?
decoded with a key, but I don't know what the key is.
I think I know.
Well, duh, this isn't his first game.
What's wrong?
I'm alright. It's just that
Is this their
I'm not
second
used to the
game?
sound.
Why don't you look for the other cipher
Oh,
machines?
It's because of what happened
And we'll
in
meet
the
back
past.
here. You can leave the decoding to me.
Maybe her adoptive father used similar machines, while he used her as a test subject. Well, there's one over there. There. And possibly there too. I guess there's none here. It seems as if the animations haven't changed. Already.
What's with this noise again? And why are they amplified today?
I think I know how to decode them.
I found 5 other cipher machines.
Where did the soundtrack go? What? The instructions.
Then now... Who... is that?
Who is...
Very merry. They're probably under drugs then.
I'll distract her! I'll leave the rest to you!
Are we playing as Orpheus now? So he is not on our side. He probably drugged her during their conversation. I already know this. But how was she drugged? Maybe it was laced on the other cipher machines. And as Alice was looking around, she breathed it in. The central cipher machine might also be what caused it. How? I almost panicked. For a second I thought this was a real match. At least Bloody Cream doesn't have detention. Crap, I thought I could shoot the bot. Why isn't she breaking the pallet? Damn it. Why? I may as well go to the gate.
The gate is open?
Maybe it was Orpheus who she hit.
Where's Mr. Orpheus? Alice.
Shit. Was that Campbell? Why are we seeing Alice as a child here?
Eurydice.
Someone is calling out to me.
Well, in the Greek myth, Eurydice was told to not say anything, and someone, maybe Orpheus, called Alice Eurydice here. So let's stay silent. Wrong choice.
I'm happy to see you awake. Mrs. Plinius said you fainted in the greenhouse. Fortunately,
In the
Mr.
greenhouse.
Orpheus was there. I've sent for the doctor in the city, but the storm last night destroyed the roads, so they can't return for now. But Mr. Orpheus is knowledgeable about medicine, and according to his preliminary diagnosis, you seem to be fine. I've instructed the kitchen to prepare some liquid food for you, and I'll go get it immediately.
I'm not going to trust Orpheus
Thank
or the
you.
servants.
May I know how I got back here?
I found you unconscious at the racecourse's entrance. Perhaps you fainted from fear or shock? I carried you back here. I ran into Mrs. Plinius at the gate. I was forced to ask for Mrs. Plinius's help to prevent the others in the manor from learning that we took action on our own.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Where's Mr. Kreberg? Did he come back here?
I'm not sure. No one has seen him. Mrs. Plinius, the servants, None of them have seen him.
Did he escape?
It depends
Then
on
who was
whether
the
the servants
unknown
are telling the
survivor?
truth. In fact, I've been in the greenhouse all day, so I don't know if anyone has gone in or out of the main building. He ran away?
I've been to his room, and all his belongings were still there.
If that gem was his objective, then he has achieved it. Perhaps he felt it would be too risky to return and get his belongings?
When I said all, I meant the gem as well.
Never mind, Kreberg is dead.
That's so unusual.
Or maybe he's joined the Manor as Orpheus deal.
So I have reason to believe that he may be watching in secret. I've told Mrs. Plinius about the incident at the racecourse, and it seems the situation here is more dire than I ever imagined. Although I know there's no such thing as a free meal, I don't want to suffer an accident before the banquet even begins. Obviously, we must be wary of the elusive Mr. Kreberg right now. So in my opinion, it's always better to have more allies.
He's planning something. It feels as if the choices actually matter now. But what happened to Kreberg? Maybe he was killed by Orpheus or Campbell. Maybe he joined the Manor because of the deal he made. Or maybe he really did escape and left the Blue Hope for whatever reason. Might be safe to play along for now.
I agree. Then perhaps we should be more honest with each other, for the sake of our temporary alliance. For example, building trust by starting with the reason we're here. This Manor's reputation isn't the best. I'm sure some materials and a specimen are not worth taking such a risk.
An article isn't worth it either. I don't mind. What about you, Mrs. Plinius?
I agree.
Then, who will go first?
In order to show my sincerity, I will go first. My presence here is linked to my husband's death.
I thought she was the one who killed him.
As reported by the papers, his cause of death was a type of rare bee venom. Although it's a rare occurrence in the field of biology, it isn't unheard of. I wasn't suspicious at first, but while sorting through my husband's belongings, I discovered that he hadn't recorded those bees in his observation notes.
Maybe somebody else
My
actually
husband was
murdered
an
him,
extremely meticulous
and
person
Orpheus just
toward
pinned the
people
blame
and even
onto
more
her
so toward
later.
his research. So there shouldn't have been an unrecorded species of bees in his apiary. And not too long ago, I received a bee specimen from this manor, and it was the exact rare bee species. He invited me to a game here. And in exchange, he would provide information
Maybe
on that bee
Orpheus
species
killed him
and the cause of my
accidentally,
husband's death.
possibly having wanting him originally to participate in the game. Or maybe he used that death to lure Melly into the Manor.
Who's going next?
Then I'll go ahead. I said that I was here to gather material, and it wasn't entirely a lie.
Does he know?
But the
I
subject of
remember
the
his
material
character trailer,
is me.
or another video saying, wanting to be like the protagonists in his stories. That might be what he's talking about. Never mind.
My father owned this manor before Manus did.
What?
He was a kind and gentle man who loved art and doing charity work.
But that's not his parents. They're Alice's.
Our family lived happily here. But his kindness did not receive the reward it deserved. The forest ranger we hired colluded with bandits. They killed my parents and ransacked the manor. I managed to survive by hiding in the cellar. Later on, a relative of mine placed me in a nursery
and sold off the manor to
Meanwhile,
Manus at
Alice
a
was
low
sent
price.
to an asylum.
As for the bandits and forest ranger that destroyed my family, they've gone missing.
His memory is definitely
I've been
messed
searching
up
for them
because
throughout
of the
these
drugs
years.
taken.
But I always come up empty. This went on until not too long ago when the newer owner of the manor sent me something and claimed to possess clues on the forest ranger's whereabouts. And the clue is the game's prize.
What did he give you?
A piccolo. It was what the bandits used to trick the guards into opening the manor's gates back then.
With the Nightingale's song,
All right, Miss Journalist. Tell us your story.
Come in.
Miss, I've brought you dinner. Dinner is served for everyone else as well. Please enjoy your meal
were
on the
they
first
listening
floor.
in?
Lisa will take care of her.
Too many things have happened today. Miss needs some rest. And we can continue tomorrow.
Maybe Orpheus purposely gave false information to see if she is Alice from his childhood. Or maybe he really did forget about her. Okay, what's happening now? Somewhat similar to that one part in Orpheus' storyline.
I had that dream again. Maybe it's a warning. A warning for me to finish this as soon as possible. According to my colleague in my investigation, the main character in every story written by Orpheus has links to cold cases. They're either the victim or
Maybe
suspect.
these are the cold cases she
And in the
mentioned
latest
earlier.
story, I am the character. Bandits. Piccolo. Forest rangers. It's obvious he knows the past very well. And his knowledge may even surpass the police files. He knows it so well that it's suspicious. If he wasn't a participant, he must have been a survivor. According to my knowledge, the only possible living survivor of the incident is... Could it be him? But I feel like I've missed something in his story.
The forest ranger we hired colluded with bandits. They killed my parents and ransacked the manor. I managed to survive by hiding in the cellar.
Wait, cellar. As far as I know, the main building never had a cellar. At least
Yeah,
not before I left.
his memories were
Was
erased
it
and
just
replaced
a mindless
wrong.
mention? Or... There's still time before dawn. I can use the stormy night to restart my investigation. Then...
I'm kind of worried for her now. Well, the cellar was in the living room during tour.
This is the only place I haven't investigated. Wait, the flooring sounds off here. What have I missed? Ventilation-wise, the air is quite clean here. Someone must have accessed this place
Probably
quite
to be
frequently.
able to drug the participants well.
This place looks like a laboratory. There's still half of it left. I think it's some kind of reagent. An emergency operating table and restraints. These restraints have been used frequently. These symbols.
Is she going to figure the drugs out already?
What do these symbols represent?
Orpheus, I forgot. Siren's song, invoke fear and hallucination. Mnemosyne, to forget right. And Hydra, rebuild memory.
This is a symbol my father designed. The mark of the muse. Maybe I can test them.
Are we getting the rat? The rat is back. It's so cute. A WW, the poor thing.
Looks like a psychedelic drug.
I think she might be stronger than Orpheus with the drugs, since he was tripping all over the place when he smelled it in his storyline.
The siren song.
That poor rat.
It does look like a terrified sailor entrapped by sirens.
Literally, how does it look like that? Was that a glimpse of nightmare and bloody
Is this why we
queen?
experienced hallucinations at the race course?
Orpheus was probably carrying a smaller bottle with him.
Nothing happened. The symbol and records are linked to its effects. If siren represents terrifying hallucinations, then what does mnemosyne represent? Huh? What's it doing back here?
Is she already going to figure it out? It took Orpheus so many attempts of drinking it. Fortunately, Alice... How?
Who's there?
Was that Orpheus?
Who's there?
Damn, she didn't figure it out yet.
Was it him?
It seems to have been Campbell. We did it. Now we're in the dark woods. Are we actually going into the final game? That crow. Well, shit. That crow must have slipped the drug onto her.
Who's there?
So the hallucination doesn't affect the reflection.
What was that?
Guess we're doing it again. Swinging will create some distance. Never mind. Wait, what? Well, he's bugged. Good for us.
Alice.
Is this her inner voice this time? Crap, he's got her. She's gonna get drugged. Campbell.
Who are you?
What's this? What drug was given to her?
You didn't know you with the dosage?
Hermit, maybe. Mnemosyne. Oh, this is when she was escaping from her adopted father. So Orpheus was working with him.
Alice? Why am I back here?
Maybe she has a resistance against
Was it-
Mnemosyne.
A nightmare?
Since she was adopted as a test subject, she might have been exposed to Mnemosyne a lot, if her adoptive father had it while experimenting.
Good morning, miss. Breakfast is ready. Please enjoy your meal in the dining room on the first floor. Oh, and a new guest arrived today.
But Orpheus and Campbell might have tried using Mnemosyne to erase some memories, followed by them using Hydra to rebuild memory, in order to make Alice think either she fell asleep or last night was a nightmare. Although because of Alice's supposed immunity, she didn't forget what happened last night.
Good morning, miss.
What the fuck? Was he starved or something?
This is Mr. Norton Campbell, a new guest.
More like a feral
Good morning,
animal.
Mr. Campbell.
That bread must be tasty if he's eating it like that.
Forgive me, Mr. Butler. It must be an after effect I experienced yesterday. I don't have much of an appetite today. I'll be retiring to my room for some rest.
Of course, miss. Please take care and notify a maid if you need anything.
Miss, considering the state of your health and Mr. Kreberg's sudden disappearance, the Master has made some adjustments to the existing arrangements. You are free to move around the main building today, but please do not leave without permission.
Definitely
And let me know if you
following
need
that
anything.
rule, because previous participants were killed when they didn't.
What?
Orpheus's nightmare identity probably knows. Thanks for watching. Once again, I still haven't made an outro. Have a good day.